Hey guys, welcome back to this recap here for Monday, and let's take a look at the price action and kind of see what happened. Now remember, it is a Monday, so not a lot of energy typically on a Monday. That's what they kind of call it, false move Monday. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up, we have back tested this quite a bit, and Monday is, besides the weekend, Monday is one of the worst days. So you kind of have Monday, then Friday. If you ranked it from worst to best, is probably Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. That makes a lot of sense. Pretty much be careful trading on Monday. Definitely Tuesday is your best day. Then it kind of goes to Wednesday and Thursday. As you go further away from the start of the week, the energy of what you kind of had built from that beginning of the week is starting to die out, and you're really starting to look at what's going to come into the weekend. That's why the weekend kind of gets blah for energy. So I went ahead and moved on over to the price action here for us, though. We're on the 15-minute chart. You can see our levels on here, looking at everything now. I do talk about the gaps and reading the gaps. You can't really see it, but the daily resistance is right here with the same with that 30-minute high for the day. And so if we're going to measure the gap, you'd want to take the breakout trigger and measure it down to the gap, and it's only 0.16. And then the other gap, let's take a look at that. You can see it right down here, the daily support, and then right here on actually the 30-minute low was the breakdown trigger, and that's 0.11. When you see a gap less than 0.5 from our lines, that is this is how simple the system really is. When you see that, that means you don't trade here and you don't trade here, and if you don't have anywhere to trade, what you go take, it's up to you. I mean, for our system, you only trade about 50% of the year. Which, and then if you take out the holiday, or I guess you can take out the holidays, but if you take out the weekends and the down days really, when you kind of look at it, you're trading about two times a week. Typically when you're trading with what we always talk about, we are cleaning up. FYI, we are cleaning up some of the site and membership and stuff to make it cleaner for you, and we're also going to put in some operating procedures in there as well that you can follow. So we are working in that area as well, so you can kind of understand what I always talk about here on the recaps and why we're doing this, and we'll go from there. So on our site, you'll get these levels. It's pretty easy. Our indicators are on the site as well, and then we also have our other indicator here, which finds the highs and the lows. You can see that it's sitting up here right at the level that we've been talking about for weeks, that we want to see reclaimed. You can see we cannot get down here, and it's just showing you that strength building. If we go back, if you're looking at the last week, this is the strong area. The lines here, you can see those blue solid line, and you can see this yellow line kind of hidden in there, and this red line. This is from last week's candle with the fixed range volume profile built in. So this is your volume area low for last week's candle. This is the point of control from last week's candle, and then here's your volume area high. You can see where it's just stacked in the most important areas right now. And right now, this is kind of that week that you're really starting to watch. Like, okay, let's show some strength. Are you going to get rejected here? Or are you going to start to reclaim this? And today was a nice day, even though it didn't really do a whole lot. This was pretty solid. This is the system protecting you, really, the way our system works. Because if you jumped into this, yes, that was a nice drop. People might think, oh, it's a nice drop. Yeah, I mean, it broke down, but was it, 68,221 all the way down into 67,258. So that's $1,000 on BTC. Not even worth it. I mean, you'd have to get in perfectly and get out perfectly, and you would have been all right. That would have been something a little bit worth it. But the way the system's designed, you always, if you're going to take a drop or a short, you put your stop a little bit above the daily or the 30-minute high, or vice versa. You flipped it around, you put the stop below the 30-minute low. So then if you really were going to catch this perfectly, yeah, it would have been a 1.34 to 1. To me, that's not worth it. I want to have some conviction here. You can instantly see it ricochet right back up and grind right back in here, and then reclaimed it right after the day. Really, when it's all said and done, you kind of started the day right here, and you're ending the day literally where it started. So Monday was just a fake out. Typically, that's what you see. False move Mondays. That's kind of typically what's going on. and that's why Monday is kind of one of the worst days to trade. Now there is setups, and you could trade Monday. I mean, really like 48% of the or less. It might be 40-some% of the time, whatever. There is areas that you could take opportunity in it. It's just a low win rate. If I could look at getting a 70% win rate on Tuesday, or 78% roughly is what our system runs at right now on a Tuesday, week over week throughout the year. So why would I risk the Monday? So just FYI, I mean, that's kind of like, find yourself a system, stick to it. When the system says trade, you trade. When it doesn't, you don't. Whatever you decide to do, if it's get above the 200 when the 21 crosses through and you want to enter and that's your trade and you stick to it all the time, great. Look at your win rate and get used to it. We use support and resistance. That's why we're always talking about this. I know people have asked questions on this now. This is where we've seen success. I've traded in so many ways. I have all kinds of systems that I could show you that we have different stuff we've traded with. Really, where we were trying to dial it in is, when do you hold for the long run? When can you make a 6, 7, 8 to 1 risk to reward ratio? And then when do you only want to hold? When do you only want to hold to like your target 1, which is maybe 1 to 1 or a 2 to 1? Now, if you have your system and you might think, it's not as good, but we also are protecting the loss. And so that's why our system's designed the way it is. And so today, for ease, if I was going to backtrack this and really look at it and show you again, just as one little quick recap, can I trade today? No. So, well, what did I do? I didn't trade. Well, that's a successful trade. The system told me don't trade because there's no movement in this. Your gaps are too tight with your key level of support and resistance. And, it didn't really go anywhere. It fell down where I normally would have got in, like I said, and then grinded right back up. So if I try to jump in on this one candle right here, and then if I was going to get in on the back test, the system was already telling me it had no energy for the down. It looks like it didn't have any energy for the up either. So that's it. It told me right at the very beginning of the day. It actually told me this right after we print this candle. I already have all these levels built. The site, converter.com, gives you all these levels. Like I said, you can drop them into the indicator settings. It puts them all on here. So as of right now, I already knew that I'm not going to trade. We call it go get some coffee, whatever you want to say for yourself. But it would be a lot nicer instead of staring at a chart all day, wondering when should I get in, or this is a good drop, or this is a good whatever. It doesn't really matter because there's no energy in the chart. It would told you that right at the beginning of the day. So today was a stand down day. We saved. It was great, actually a successful trade. The system was successful. It told us to stay away from it. As you can see, like I just went through it, price action didn't play out. So let's go ahead and get ready for Tuesday, because Tuesday typically is a lot better movement day. And let's see if we can start getting a little stronger setup in the charts and be able to give us something to be able to get into. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that. Today was a success. I will say that because the system said don't trade, and we didn't trade. We sat on our hands. So success. All right, guys, I will leave you to it. Like and subscribe. Ask any questions if you do have them. Check us out on the rest of our channel. We do have lives Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I know people have asked that. It's 8 Central Standard Time, so check us out. So we will see you there. Talk to you guys later. Bye.